could see chat.
Yo. Welcome everybody that's listening or to this later or who's going to watch this live. This is Dr. Glock Podcast. I'm Glock.
I'm Duck.
And it's a pretty nice Friday out here in Maryland. It's probably about like 80-something degrees, sunny. Bro, you know what's crazy though? I cannot wait for it to get cold. I know people like hate me for that, but bro, I just there's something about sitting down outside or just walking out the front door and sweating immediately that just turns me off from the summer,
It
bro.
loses its appeal for the weather.
Dude, like there's just something about sweating constantly that just doesn't appeal to me, bro. And people are like, dude, I fucking hate being cold, blah blah blah, bro. You know, like the old saying goes, I can always put on more clothes, but I can only take off so much clothes.
Legally, at least.
Yeah, well, regardless, I can be butt-ass naked and still be fucking hot.
It's sweating if it's like 100 degrees. Yeah, you're right.
Still be fucking hot, bro. But like in the winter, bro, and you know, well, you kind of probably know, but like I love wearing like just joggers and hoodies, bro. That's my thing, bro. If I could just wear joggers and hoodies every day of my life, I'd be happy. With like a pair of like 97s or 95s or whatever shoes I'm wearing, bro, and just fucking wear joggers and hoodie, I'm fucking Gucci gang.
Definitely the same way though. Like, not really. I don't wear like joggers and hoodies, but like I definitely prefer the cold weather.
Dude,
any day.
I cannot
and
stand
like,
it hot.
I mean, this actually what's crazy is actually last week we had a really really good week. Not like this week that previously, but the week prior was a really nice week. I think our highs was like mid 70s. And like some days were hitting like 60s during the day and stuff. Like that's, in my opinion, like not perfect weather because I still would rather be like actually cool. But like at least it's good enough weather where I'm not like sweating just for fucking walking from my work to my car.
Yeah.
Which is like a 10-minute walk because you don't have good parking. But
yeah.
even still is not enjoyable going home sweating and you're like, okay, cool.
Bro, I literally, my car is so hot when I get in. And I park the Mustang in the garage. Yeah. And if I want to take the car that's in the garage out, and it's hot as fuck when I get in there, and then by the time I'm going down the road, if I don't have the AC on full blast, I'm literally like my ass is sweating, my arms, my back, my fucking head, like, bro, I'm just gonna stay inside.
It's quickly. I'm
just gonna stay inside, bro.
Yeah. Giving up on all of you guys. Staying inside now.
Fuck this.
No, I mean I'm the exact same way though. I like being outside when it's cool.
Outside today.
But it's fucking when you're just sitting there sweating just for existing, that's when you know it's too hot, honestly.
Yeah.
Just my existence being enough to make me sweat is
just breathing. Just breathing like, okay, literally cool. Turns me to a sweaty beast. I'm not happy, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an unhappy human being.
That's like I think I've tapped out here on this hot weather. I'm always like that though. Like it only takes like a week of summer for me to be like, all right, I'm ready for the cold weather. It never takes long for me in the summertime.
It's like one good time of me going out when it's summer finally, and I'm like, all right, bet I gotta go to the fucking beach, or I gotta go out to the park, or go fucking, I don't know, whatever. Just going out one time to a good car meet where it's finally fucking not raining and fucking cold. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm ready for it to be fucking October again.
This is nice, but I think we're tapped out.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy too?
How long does this shit last?
Yeah, way too many months for me. Honestly, I'm ready to move to somewhere colder. But, you know what's crazy though is I feel like a lot of people don't know how, I wouldn't even say hot, but like how warm Maryland stays throughout the summer. Like we have like basically North Carolina, South Carolina weather. To be honest, we just get a little bit colder, a little bit more snow in the winter.
8-hour difference, which is crazy.
For being pretty far, I mean, we're not like north state, but we're a northern state for sure. Like me personally, I consider Virginia like the line where it's like the South, but like, and Virginia's country is shit for the most part. But my thing is, I don't think like when I talk to my homeboys that are from like North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, they're all like, oh, you live in Maryland, you're used to the cold. I'm like, bro, like, yeah, it doesn't get fucking cold, but in the summer, it's fucking 90 degrees plus every fucking day and fucking humid and fucking sucks. Like every fucking day for fucking from what, beginning of May to that fucking end of October. It's a long 4 months.
Yeah.
5 months, yeah, of just being hot as shit. And I'm like, bro, it's
I mean, we
not
got through August and like the average heat probably had to been like in the
90s.
the highs was like in the yeah, or very high 80s even. But
Definitely.
with Maryland too, though, it's not even like it's ever dry heat. It's always just
Humid as
straight
fuck.
humidity.
Okay.
It's always straight humidity.
And I'm not gonna be okay. I'm personally a big part of it for me. Like I said earlier, is the sweating part, right? As I fucking hate sweating, but I will say that I don't know if you remember, but I went to AIT in the Army for my job. I went in Fort Huachuca, Arizona, and bro, dry heat is worse. I'm telling you right now, it's fucking worse.
I don't know. I just
No, dude. I was okay. Well, also in the mountains, so it's like high elevation, bro. You literally can. If I would walk out the barracks to the fucking formation and literally feel like I'm out of breath, and and at that point in my life, I was running 6-minute miles. I was literally running. Actually, I was running faster than that. I was running under 11 minutes and then 2 miles. So it's like 5.5, under 5.5 minutes a mile, right?
Yeah.
And at Fort Jackson and Fort Benning, and then I went to Fort Huachuca, and I literally couldn't walk the fuck around without feeling like I was gonna die. Like it fucking sucks, bro. I would throw up every time we do PT. Every single time I'd throw up, every single time, because I'd push my body as hard as I could, but I was not acclimated to it, and I would fucking throw up every time. It was hard.
Yeah, that's one thing I would like weather-wise for me. Like, as much as I say I would like to live in the Carolinas, I feel like I definitely want to. I would actually prefer to live somewhere a little bit more north.
Definitely. Like, because the problem is, like, so honestly, I love Florida weather, but in my opinion, you have to live like right on the coast somewhere, so that way you constantly have like that breezy coastal weather. Because if you live like central Florida or northern Florida, and you're not on the coast, it's just fucking like every other southern state, it's just hot as fuck all the time, and there's like zero winter. It's like, oh my god, it's 60 degrees and dudes are walking around in coats. I'm like, dude, 60 degrees? I'm still in a short t-shirt.
Even like mid 50s, honestly, I'm still fine with wearing like just shorts and t-shirts.
I don't know about
for me
that.
at least, but like
under once it gets into the low 60s, I'm already putting on joggers. Maybe not a hoodie, probably joggers and
I
a
mean, I
t-shirt.
will wear that, but like, cool with that.
Shorts though, high 60s and over, shorts and t-shirt. Easy.
But then we
Dude, my homeboy in Florida, when I in Georgia one year, it got fucking like really cold. It got like in the 40s, and my homeboy was literally wearing like a fucking t-shirt, a hoodie, and then like a big ass coat over it, and then the fucking like long johns under his jeans and like a pair of boots. And I'm like, bro, you would die if you came up north in the winter. You would literally, I think you would literally die. It's like negative 19 degrees, fucking icy and snowing.
Even if it's just like in the 20s or something,
Yeah,
like
in the
that's a
teens
pretty
and
drastic
20s.
change when it comes to temp.
That's crazy.
Honestly,
How was your week though, bro? Well, enough of that tangent about the weather.
no more weather. No, it's a pretty good week, honestly. Had a good. I don't know. I guess nothing outstanding. Kind of chill, vibing out. Just been playing some
You've been
practice for the
streaming?
tournament today. I actually streamed once today, once this week because yeah, this week was kind of a weak one, but I'm gonna shoot tonight and tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna get on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get like a full weekend out of this weekend,
Yeah.
and then next week I'm gonna try to do another 4-day, like work week day, and then also we got Labor Day coming up, so yeah, but not enough streaming. I kind of took a break because I was trying to get ready for this tournament and was playing with a few it was like really weird rotations of the people that we were playing with. So
What's the tournament for? Is it just like a Twitch sponsored tournament or like?
it's what's one of the big streamers. So his name's Davian505. I think you've seen him before. I think I've talked about him before.
A lot of times.
So he's hosting his own tournament. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
He's
okay.
hosting his own tournament.
Cash
But
prize
yeah, it's 500 for first.
split between the team.
Yeah.
5
So
people.
5 people.
So 100
Yeah.
apiece.
Yeah.
But you can say you carried them, so you get 150, and everyone else gets to figure out the
And-
rest.
We'll see how it goes. That's for sure. But I'm hoping everybody pulls in pretty hard.
And earlier you were saying that when we were talking about, you were saying that it's with random people. So did they
Well, actually-
select you out of a list? Or go ahead.
So yeah, there was. Well, so he actually asked me to be part of it because he wanted me to be a team captain.
Yeah.
So he, well, I mean, but like you just had to talk to him about him a lot. Like him and I used to stream back on Mixer, like when he first started streaming. He's got a pretty good community. But he asked me to step in and be one of the team captains. But we did get random drafts for our players. But we actually had one person who dropped out, so I was able to thankfully get Drastic on my team. So I'll actually have at least some like team chemistry between us two, because obviously him and I have been playing together for like a year now. And then, but the other three guys are random. Like the first time I played a game with them was this week.
Yeah.
And one of them, the first time we played a game with him at all was yesterday. We played a few games with him.
Nice.
So it's gonna be, yeah, like Drastic and I, our comms dude are literally like, all right, what can we do to carry the team, and what can we have around us to help get us in the right? I mean, because like you know how I am, like him and I are both up there in the tier of like skill level. We looked at, like, they tried to balance the MMR. So one of the guys we have on our team is a silver, and like he plays for fun. That's cool. But like obviously in like a tournament, you have a silver player, you're gonna want them to play a little bit more of the easier to play, bigger support role kind of.
Yeah.
Versus like, you know, the least impactful in the sense of like who could have the biggest impact.
Yeah.
I guess per se. So we've been trying to look at that, and I've been talking with the whole team, but I've been talking about like drafts and stuff like that, and like who we can play in roles and whatnot. But that'd be kind of cool. I think the coolest thing for me is because this is my first tournament. It's got quite a bit of the Smite like community in it. Like 4 of the other bigger streamers, or no, it's 3 because it's 4 total. 3 of the other bigger streamers are also going to commentate with him and stuff.
Yeah.
So like just getting that kind of attention stuff, and since I will be playing my role like the whole time because nobody plays ADCs, it's the least liked role.
Yeah.
Maybe Justin might take over once or twice, but it kind of helped me get a little bit of more spotlight. Like, you know, if I pop off, if my team loses,
Yeah.
at least it'll be like, oh shit, he's a good carry, he's a good ADC. So I'm hoping to kind of at least give me a little bit of.
No, that's good for exposure for sure. Yeah, doing shit like that, because especially if he, like, the bigger streamers are all, like you said, they're all hosting it or commentating or whatever. So that anybody that'd be watching their streams are gonna be watching you guys playing. If you're popping off, you're just gonna need to make sure. Obviously, I already know you're good. You're gonna play to your fullest ability, but you definitely want to be popping off because people are gonna see that and be like, "Oh shit, this guy's actually fucking cracked." Like, this guy's actually cracked.
Exactly.
Yeah, I might drop this guy a follow, because like not to super change the subject, but it's basically the same thing as like Tarkov has actually a lot of tournament events. Like,
I believe it.
A lot of
that's what makes a good community, though. Honestly,
Yeah.
especially multiplayer games. That's where some games miss the mark.
There's a lot of the streamers that are, I wouldn't say the biggest streamers, but a lot of the ones that they're full-time streamers, right? Like, that's their job. So that's what I consider a
They do
big
tournaments,
streamer.
but I've never been on one of those.
Yeah.
They welcome everybody. I've just never applied to it, just because I know that the
Yeah.
people that go there.
No. What I'm saying is, I know a lot of those guys that are now full-time streamers. I wouldn't say they're big streamers, but they're full-time streamers. So obviously they make
Yeah.
money, right? Like, I would say like 500 to 1,000 average viewers, maybe 2,000 average viewers. A lot of those guys got popular just off of tournaments. Like, they would go in tournaments and pop off, and then another tournament pop off, and then people started seeing their names in these tournaments and then following them, obviously, and then it's easier to grow a community. Well, like me, if I'm streaming Tarkov and I'm literally just playing solo, just doing my normal shit that I do, yeah, I'm a good player. Yeah, I'm like way past what most people are doing. I'm capable.
Not getting like that exposure from people who already, you know, like are in the community.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Yeah.
But what I was saying is,
yeah.
I've been thinking about trying to do some tournaments.
Tournaments.
The main problem is the only person I have that I am very like good at playing with is Damien. And I don't really think he's gonna want to, because I think he's gonna rage too much if we're not winning the tournament, because I know he is. And
That's
obviously, I wouldn't be happy about it, but it's something that's like, if we're going to do this, it's kind of just honestly to get a little bit of exposure and show people how good I am at it, because I stream.
Well, that's the only thing that sucks is if I get tapped out first. Like, I'm hoping we can at least win the first set.
Yeah.
Because if we lose the first set, then I'm done already at that point, and then 2 games isn't a lot to actually showcase my skills.
Yeah.
Whereas if we go into a set or 2 at least if we get in like 2 or 3 sets, that gives me at minimum 6 games to play.
had that mindset.
Yeah, I want to like. I just
You want to have
no,
that
I mean,
mindset that you are going to win, and there's no option
trust
around
me,
it.
that's what Drastic and I are trying to go into with for sure. But like, I just want to be like, because I don't know. The thing about ADCs too, though, is they are the most annoyed role, because they're the one you have to hit your basics right. And so there's a lot of people that don't like to play ADC role because it's not that, I want to say it's hard. It's just it's harder in the sense of like actual skill of ability wise, because what counts is your basics for 90% of the time you're playing as an ADC role.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really excited for it though. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And I think it's
you
cool
are going to
that,
be
like,
streaming, right?
yeah, I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna probably stream my actually probably like 30 minutes after we're done with this.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stream probably my practice games, and I'm just gonna, and then after the practice games though, I'm gonna probably put a delay on my stream, which I might need Drop to show me how to do that. But they recommended we put delays on it because they're expecting like hundreds of people to join in on this. So just hopes, not that somebody will, but you never know. There could be some like toxic person.
Yeah, I was gonna say
streams back and forth and like purposely trying to feed them
No,
information, even if the players aren't doing it.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say I'll make sure, since it's something that like you are gonna be more paying attention to the game, I'll make sure I'm on and
mod and stuff.
Moderate it out for you.
Well, but yeah, I know quite a few people are joining in because Drastic, like I said, is the only one that actually I play with that is going to be in the tournament and on my team. But I know quite a few other people, so I'll probably try to have Daryl step in as well. Yeah, and help mod if he can.
I won't do anything until you're done, so I'll be there just to mod and watch.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I do appreciate.
But
even if you just lurk enough to where like if
I'm not doing anything,
someone's going crazy. I know, but I'm just
saying,
I'll be there
like, watching.
If you're playing games, I can always just throw a lurk and just you could. Because the one thing is there is going to be downtime because they are streaming every game, so there's going to be some. It's every set, so a set is best 2 out of 3. Yeah. And minimum game generally takes between 15 and 25 minutes. Yeah. So each set's gonna be like 50 minutes.
When I say I'm literally not doing anything, I mean, so Damien is I don't know if I told you already, but he's training in California. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm literally been playing solo Tarkov. I actually streamed the other day for a little while, and then I don't know what the fuck happened, but my stream crashed, so I just didn't start back up again. But so I've just been fucking off like solo. I'm just chilling, but
just destroying kids for fun.
Literally, just like, bro. So like when you get to a high level, I'm already at Kappa level, so I already got Kappa. But so when you get to this level, right, there's a task it's what is it called? Swift one, I think, and it's only in this map called Woods. It's just like basically the beginner map, and it's like a real wide open like woods area. No. But the task is to get 20 player kills, and you cannot wear armor or helmet. But I'm good at the game.
Kind of cool though, actually. That's like
and I'm playing against probably mostly people that aren't very good at the game. So like I'm just going in there and I dropped like 7 kills in my first game, which by the way, that may not sound like a lot, but in Tarkov like 1 or 2 is like, oh shit, I got 1 or 2 player kills. Yeah. And like I dropped 7 on the first one. I was like, bro, I was just fucking shitting on kids. All I had was a gun. I put a face mask on, like a balaclava, and I put fucking a headset on, bro, and I just fucking was running around the map shitting on kids with their fucking Mosins and shit. Bro, I was like, I know they're fucking hot right now. Just a dude with no armor, no backpack, no helmet, nothing, just running around and shit. Just get fucking ripped.
I'm not gonna lie, that would, with like how competitive I can be, that would definitely ruin the moment for me. That would make me not like hate the game, but be like, damn, I really wish there was matchmaking, like skill based.
Yeah. But that's somebody was talking about that the other day. We don't have to go super into Tarkov, but somebody was talking about that the other day about like people were saying, oh, well, Tarkov's not competitive enough. It's not competitive enough. It was like the tournaments are obviously competitive because they're set up in a very specific way and you have a very specific rule set and you're playing against very specific people. But outside of that, because they're on private servers, but outside of that, the game is a open world looter shooter survival game with PvP and PvE in it. It's not team deathmatch. Like, the whole point is you could literally go into a game, and I know you know this, but the whole point is you could literally go into a game and sit in a bush for 25 minutes and then run your extract if that's what you want to do. You don't have an objective when you go in there. Like, there's tasks and quests, but you don't have to do an objective when you go into a raid. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. So if you're getting in fights with people,
lose anything if you don't complete stuff either, though.
Nothing at all.
So like if you just if you're literally just vibing, then
that's what I'm saying. But my thing is like people are saying, well, it's not like you can choose to make it more competitive by pushing hotspots and fighting all the time. That's people do that. I'm one of those people. I know every single time I go into a raid, the first thing I do is I start sprinting. I look around, make sure I know where I'm at. and I always do because I know the map's like the back of my hand. But as soon as I see where I'm at, I start sprinting to the hotspot immediately. Every single raid, I want PvP. I know what the hotspots are on every single map. I know where the spawns are. So my first reaction is immediately sprint towards the spawns that are closest to me. If I don't see anybody, sprint towards the hotspots. And like people are like, oh well, you're ruining the game for other people. No, those people could go hide in a bush if they don't want to fight people. At the end of the day, it's an open world looter shooter survival game, so you can't expect it to be
choose their play style that you want. Yeah.
Well, my thing is you can't expect everyone to be like, no, I'm just playing this game to get cool loot. I got a roll of tape and a fucking stack of ammo. Like I don't want to play the game like that.
Obviously, there's gonna be people that are most certainly going to only play just for the PvP.
Bro. Oh yeah, no. The opposite though, even more than you would think.
Oh, there's a lot of people who don't at all want to play for the PvP.
Dude, there's people that will, because you know they added VoIP, right? So you can talk in game.
I did hear about that. Yeah, I've
so
seen TikTok and stuff too.
So since they added VoIP, now people will literally beg for their lives when they hear you coming, dude. There's literally a dude, and I was
Please no.
It's on the map called Customs, and there's an area which is like the main PvP area, I would say, because of a lot of reasons. But anyway, so it's called dorms. It's like 2 sets of like dorms buildings. One's 3 stories, one's 2. I went up in there. I was going to the specific room. It's like the best room on the map. It's called the marked room. And I was going up there to open the marked room. I was looking for this item I needed for Kappa. And I literally hear, all of a sudden, I start hearing a dude over way, dude, please don't kill me. I'm just trying to do my task, please, dude. I'll take my melee weapon out. I'm behind a shut door. Just don't kill me. I'm like, bro, just go out of the building if you don't want to fight until you know that no one's coming here anymore.
Yeah, that's
that's my thing is, if you don't want to fight and you don't want me to kill you, if I see you, I'm going to kill you because I don't trust people in that game. They're so toxic. Like, so I don't, so if I see you, I'm going to shoot you. So my thing is, if it were me and I'm scared of the people that are going to, if it was if I know that I'm going to be scared of like the quote unquote chads that are going to go in there and PvP the fuck out of me, I would sit in a bush outside the building until the very end of the raid, make sure that nobody's in that bitch because you can hear everything in Tarkov, and then I'd hurry up, run in there, grab my task, and run out. Point blank period. I'm not going to go in there at the very beginning of the raid when you know all the PvPers are going to be coming to the hottest spot on the fucking map. Come on, bro. I'm going to kill you if I see you, so you better stay in that room.
You better hide. I'm coming for you.
I did that too. There's a map called Factory. There's this task. It's on nighttime, and you have to like plant like gunpowders in this like drawer for a task. And I heard a dude in there. He started begging for his life, and I kicked the door in because you know you can breach the door. I kicked it in, and then and he was dying. I have the video, bro. It's funny.
I say it's horrible because honestly, that's the kind of game you're playing. Like
that's the point, though, bro. Like I want to kill people.
Like, if you don't want to, if you don't want to play a game like that, then you probably should just go play an NPC game. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like it's not. But the whole point of everything I said was that it's it is a looter survival game. But you can't just say it's a looter survival game and ignore the fact that there's PvP and PvE and it's a shooter game. At the end of the day, it's an FPS shooter game too. Like you cannot sit there and act like this is fucking Assassin's Creed, bro. This is a fucking. You know that every time you go in a raid, there's players on there that will kill you more than likely if they see you. Yeah. How are you gonna bitch? There's bro on the forums and shit and on the pages, bro. There's always people talking about. Oh, I wish people would just grow up and just they don't have to kill everybody. I was on VoIP telling the guy how to do a task and he killed me.
Well, this is unfortunate for
dude,
you.
Go play Skyrim, brother. Like, go do something else. Like, shut up.
Go check out Roblox. You ever heard of that?
Go play fucking Minecraft, dude. I'm fucking here to kill people. I'm playing Tarkov how I want to play. You play how you want to play.
It is crazy, like to me too. Like I don't see how you would want to do that at that point. Like in my opinion, just go play something that isn't meant for that play style.
The game cannot be that fun to just never fight people. I don't understand how that could be fun at all. Just running around collecting loot and then leaving. The whole point of collecting loot in the game is to get better loot, to get better gear, to get better guns, to get better ammo, so that way you can go PvP people and from like a better standpoint or whatever. I'm like fucking like, you know, trying to overspeak it, but basically you know what I'm saying though, like the whole point is to like progress through it. Your looting in your task is to get to the point where all you have to do is PvP. Get Kappa, so all I can do is PvP at this point, which is what I want to do. I have the best gear, the best ammo, leveled up skills, the
And like
best
you're not
container.
gonna get any better if you're just doing that. So like, is that like how you're gonna want to play that game for the rest of like eternity? Like, are you literally just gonna want to be
Even,
someone running around, kind of being a rat doing your thing?
yeah.
Like, or do you actually want
Well, look,
to?
even if you're learning the game, in my opinion, you should be going for fights immediately. It's gonna suck that you die all the time. You have to wait through the waiting lobby and you have to go through your inventory and put on gear again. But in my opinion, the best way that I learned the game was just getting my ass kicked over and over and over again until I started learning the mechanics and learning how people fight and learning hot spots and learning spawns. And I'm like, start getting better at it. If I were just to go in there every raid when I started playing and avoid everyone all the time, when I finally did learn the rest of the game, I would just be getting constantly shit on it, but just losing better gear instead of losing shit gear that doesn't cost anything. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you want to play like that? But
I don't know.
but
Like, I'm just
but I will
like,
say that the game is played however you want to play it.
There.
But the game is played however you want to play it. So I'm not telling people not to play like that. I'm just telling people that play like that you can't bitch about people that play it for PvP. Because at the end of the day, it's that type of game. It's not like Smite. When you go in there, you have an objective, right? It's an objective-based game.
Sure.
If you don't do something, you lose the game.
Yeah, or as a team, our whole goal is to kill.
Yeah. If your team doesn't accomplish something, you guys lose. Point blank. Period. And Tarkov, I can just spawn in, run to the extract, leave, do it over and over again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take my gear away. I don't lose anything. I don't have like a stat on my screen that says wow, you lost the game. It's just I just ran through the fucking map. That's all I did. And I don't know. It's funny to me that people bitch about a lot of shit. Like, just as a general statement, like, people just bitch a lot.
I think that's just any multiplayer game though. Like, that's not like a
I think it's part of the reason why there's a lot of cheaters too in video games nowadays. You know how video games have so many cheaters nowadays?
Because people are so like convinced that they have to win.
Bro, it's not even like it's competitiveness. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't even say that's competitiveness, because competitiveness would be like, you would be pushing to get better.
Allow you to be toxic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just straight up. It's just like people don't want to lose so bad that they will do anything, including cheating, to win. Yeah, which is crazy to me because
you can't really say you're competitive if you're cheating, because in reality that means you don't really care to win.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not improving to get better. Yeah, you don't. You're just. It's your own self-esteem. It's like it's kind of narcissistic, actually, if you really believe that you're competitive and you cheat in order to win. Yeah.
And it's low-key kind of sociopathic.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, you don't give a fuck about how anybody else wants, like, how they're just trying to enjoy the game. You don't care about their feelings that you're cheating on them and they're just trying to play the same game as you, legit. Or maybe they are competitive and you're cheating and killing them, and so now you're destroying maybe a little part of their competitiveness, or their, I wouldn't even say ego, whatever you want to call it. But like, it seems low key like sociopathic of you to like people to cheat in video games, like they have no regard about how anybody else feels about it.
Just ruin. I don't know. For me, I've never been like, I don't know. I guess also because like when you grow up playing and you're actually pretty good at video games too, like you never have the urge to cheat because you're just like, no, I'll just get better. I can learn to get better. But then people also use the excuse like, I'm too busy, I can't play 400 hours a day. And get better at the game, and it's like that's not. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if I tend to say that. Like, obviously, the whole reason to play video games isn't to win, but if you're cheating, then yeah, why play at all at that point? Because then the only reason you're winning is because you have an advantage that is not actually supposed to be part or built into the game.
I'm not even gonna lie to you though, and I'll say this live on Twitch. I've had the urge to cheat before, like in video games. But it wasn't because I was getting my no. It wasn't because I was like bad or anything. But like there was games, bro, where like people would cheat so much, bro. There was times during like Warzone, people were like flying around the map and dropping like 40, 50 bombs, fucking 60 bombs, just fucking and everyone's dead. And like I would. You remember when Warzone the cheating was fucking horrible? Like it was every single game there was a cheater in it. Bro, there was a time where I was raging so much about cheaters that I just wanted to be the guy to just go do that to other people just to fucking get my anger out. But it wasn't like dude, I need to cheat because I fucking hate losing. It was just like I wanted to get my anger out. I didn't do it, but I'm just saying that like I could see how some people that all I'm saying is I could see how some people like somebody might download cheats just out of anger because they died to cheaters so much, especially when it's obvious or you know it's a cheater, and then now they just want to be a fucking asshole because other people are being assholes to them.
Yeah, fine.
But like I feel like if you were gonna do that, not justifying it necessarily, but like if you did it for like an hour or two or like a day, and you're just like, all right, I got it out of my system, I'm a piece of shit now, like this guy. But like you kind of accept. But there's people that cheat like competitively. You know how many people in pro esports get caught cheating?
Yeah.
A fucking decent amount, bro. Like more than what you would expect. Like pro level, like thousands of dollars prizes game players are fucking cheating. Like that's a whole different level. At that point, you're like,
Yeah.
you could be affecting someone else's livelihood
in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's
Like-
legitimately just ruin the game for somebody or like someone actual's like not well-being, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
well, no, there was a
yeah,
Tarkov tournament where a guy he actually won and he got caught cheating. He had radar. He got caught like somehow. I don't know how they caught him, but they caught him and like they could tell he had radar. And people were saying like it's not necessarily like you directly took money out of other competitors' hands, but you took away from them because somebody else would have won because you're
Because
not
they
good.
would have won legitimately.
And two,
Then,
you're also
yeah.
taking away the viewership because you were going in there just destroying. There's just fucking being like outstandingly amazing in the game. So everyone was watching you. That's a missed opportunity for other people that those people would have been watching. You know what I mean? That revenue, the ad revenue, the possible followers, possible subs. That's at the end of the day that trickles down into like people losing money because you're cheating. Like that's not cool.
Yeah. Especially if you're like if it's literally a 1v1 and like I don't know. Yeah.
Like
I get
CS:GO
it.
had a big
Like,
problem.
that's just-
CS Counter
Well,
Strike
that's
had
why
a
now the
big.
tournaments are all fucking like,
Land.
yeah,
Yeah,
they did
they
that.
had a big cheating
I
problem.
actually didn't know about that until
Dude, they had a
I think
huge
some- I
cheating
can't
problem.
remember. I think it was a conversation that came up at work, but I actually didn't know that until then. They were talking about like literally the reason it's so bad, like for CS:GO now, is you literally can't even get into public matches now without running into cheaters. Like pretty much, like more than half the community that plays that game is a cheater. Because unfortunately, that's just how it's become, which is insane. Because it's still one of the biggest like PC exclusive games that there are. Like, it really is. It's still huge. But I
Yeah,
don't
top two got to be PC exclusives. Got to be like CS. Obviously, is the
know.
biggest.
League of
one.
Legends and CS:GO.
League of Legends is PC only.
Right now, they've been talking.
I thought
they've
they
been
put it
working for
on
years.
Oh damn! I
They've been
thought
talking
they,
about
I
for
thought they put
years
it
to
on
get
something
console,
else.
but they still haven't. No.
Yeah, so it'd be CS.
They have
and
a
LOL.
version on mobile, but it's not the same. It's like a different game that they put on. mobile.
Okay. I think that's probably what I was thinking of.
Yeah, but they were and they've been talking about console for a few years, but they still haven't actually like built it for it. So
And then obviously Tarkov's gotten pretty.
that's kind
pretty
of
huge now.
dumb though, because obviously League of Legends is just way too huge of a community, just with the fact that the community itself is one of the biggest gaming communities in the world too. So
Yeah. And the pros on LoL make fucking bank, bro.
Yeah.
Because they got like hundreds of thousands of people watching everything they do, and fucking millions watching the tournaments and shit. And bro, they are making fucking racks.
yeah, they're sitting healthy, sitting real healthy.
I don't know. I would like to be a bigger like Tarkov streamer, not at all for money. Obviously, you know what I do, but it's more just for like it would drive me more. I think to know that people want to watch me. It's for me. It was. I wouldn't say it was hard, but like it was a little bit more difficult. Like sitting there just looking. Like I would stream for like 4 or 6 hours, and the only 2 or 3 people that come in would be like you, our other brother, and like one of my homeboys, and I'd be like, bro, this
it's
is
a tough part about streaming.
depressing, bro.
That is a nice thing about having just like friends that are willing to just sit in there and join everyone solid. Because even if it's friends, I mean, at least it's still somebody to talk to, somebody who's like
Well-
to kind of just keep conversation and like
Yeah,
build.
well, I mean that didn't last forever. Obviously, I have a few hundred followers.
No, I know.
I had at one point like 20-something concurrent viewers. I had over 20 subs at one point, but like, which is not obviously amazing. No, like that's not livable. But like it was like I was doing okay for like a very small streamer. But my thing was like it took actually ESO to bump me up to that. And then I got tired of ESO pretty quickly, and I wanted to go back to Tarkov. And then Tarkov carried it a little bit. And then as soon as I didn't stream for like a few days, it was just like, oh, nobody's showing up anymore. Like those people want you to stream every fucking day for 6 to 8 hours a day, and if you don't, they'll watch somebody that does. And like I can't afford to do that. Like I could technically I could, but like not realistically. Like I still have a full-time job. Like I have personal shit. I go to the gym. I gotta eat. You know what I mean? I gotta sleep.
Another reason I am trying to get better on my schedule too, though, because if I can, the timing that I stream most days is actually pretty good, because a lot of the big streamers either stream in right before me or like pretty much right when I get off.
Yeah.
So I actually have a good window to get in. I just need to actually like try to build it more.
Yeah, I think I need to.
Just for Smite specifically, obviously, which is dependent a lot on games.
Yeah, yeah. For Tarkov, it's definitely if I was to try to get heavy into it again, I would only stream at night because there's only like usually big streamers. There's like none. There's like literally zero that stream at night. Like the biggest one streams until usually like 11 or 12, but after that, there's literally fucking all the streamers now have like fucking, you know, a couple hundred viewers, but there's a ton of streamers that have like a couple hundred viewers. Like all those people that were watching Landmark and whoever got off last, the big streamers, all like trickle down to their own little smaller streamer that they like to watch. But I think that would be the only way for me to realistically grow, because if I try to stream during the day, a game like Tarkov, where there's already a guy with 20,000, another guy with 20,000, a guy with 5,000, a guy with 6,000, a guy with 2,000, a guy with 2,000, a guy with 2,000.
Watching somebody, it's not easy to just click somebody that they know is already,
Yeah, they're not going to come click on a guy that has 3 viewers when they might. Like some people might. I won't say nobody
some
would.
People do. No, for sure.
But generally, they're going to see a guy that has 3 viewers and a guy that has 20,000 viewers. And who the fuck do you think, realistically, the bulk, like 95% of people are going to click on one? Like definitely over the other. Probably even more than that. Probably like 99% of people are going to click on the 20,000 viewer streamer because he has 20,000 viewers for a reason. Realistically, also, Tarkov is one of those games where if I would have started earlier, because it only really, really blew up really huge in the past couple of years. Like it didn't have hundreds of thousands of concurrent players at a time when I first started playing. It had a lot, but not as much as it does now, and it's growing more and more. The problem is their streamers are already so big that it's kind of like every other game now. Where it's like, well, the people that are fucking good at it already have massive, massive followings. Which is why I was talking about the game, what's it called, the day before. I wanted to play that when it comes out and hopefully get really good at it really fast, and then be a guy that streams it fucking 8 hours a day, damn near. And people will start watching you if you get really good at it, and you're one of the people that's always streaming it.
That is true. If they like recognize you too, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's on a lot," maybe it's worth checking out and stuff. But then also, the people that just generally are looking for different people to watch. Yeah, I wish I
also could do a lot more. I could do a lot more too, because another thing was like Tarkov with streaming with like the shit that we do right now for our podcast. Right, we do live stream, convert it over to file. Put it on YouTube, take that file, send it over to you. It goes on to audio on multiple different sites. Then generally we make a YouTube short and a TikTok. Sometimes we miss out, but generally we're making a TikTok and a short off of every video. When we remember to, when I remember to. But like generally there's like, and then there's a tweet that goes out, there's a TikTok, there's a YouTube short, there's the full podcast on YouTube, there's the full podcast on all the audio sites, and then there's also a live stream behind it. So like all of those things are good. Like it promotes us, and we get a lot of, actually I wouldn't say a lot, but we get a pretty good amount of views on YouTube shorts and TikToks. But we get like a couple hundred for guys that have 9 followers on Twitch and 11 subscribers on YouTube, you know what I mean? Like but that being said, is if I was doing that with Tarkov, all the shit that we do with this, if I did all of that with my personal stream with Tarkov, I would actually probably grow faster, because there's probably a fucking 100,000 people that do podcasts. There's probably maybe 500 or less that stream Tarkov and put media out on every platform every fucking day. You know what I mean? So like realistically, I'm not an idiot. Like I know that I could grow it more. But it's just the amount of attention that it needs when you work full time and you have a household to take care of and a gym schedule and all this shit. Like it's a lot to do. Like I feel like most of the big streamers just started out and they didn't have jobs. Like they were maybe in college or whatever they were doing. But like I find it pretty hard to believe that you were a full time employee and full-time streaming and uploading content to every media platform every day. Like that's a lot for anybody to do. Like that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're literally doing it as like a full-time job. But even still, yeah,
No,
it's definitely
that's what I'm saying.
not.
If that no, that's literally what I'm saying. Nobody that does that also works a full time job. Right? Very few people, I doubt, work a full time job
Very
and
few,
can manage to work full time streaming media
And
output
if they're doing it
content.
too, it's hard. It's not like it's like, oh, this is just for enjoyment. They're doing it to
Dude,
like
that's a
actually make something
grind.
out of it. Yeah, they're doing it to make something out of it.
Like
you gotta
imagine,
give them
like
work
imagine
too, and
working 8 hours a day, right? Streaming say
Yeah.
4 to 6 hours a day. Tarkov, you really need a lot of time because you know how much downtime you have. But say 6 hours, that's fucking 14 hours of your day gone just off of work and streaming. You have 10 hours left, and you need to upload all your content, edit it, fucking get it all posted onto everything, then still do your normal shit, eating, taking a shit in the shower, and fucking going to the gym, and then go to sleep. You got 6 hours of sleep. I mean, it's not that's not possible, but that would be your life. That is all the fuck you do. It's like go to work, stream, upload content, sleep, do it over again. Like that would be low key. I think that'd be stressful. But I mean, maybe that's what those guys are doing. They have fucking, they're making, dude, like,
it's true.
can you imagine the guys that have 20,000 subs? Do you know how much fucking money that is? A month?
Yeah,
20,000 fucking subs? Good money.
I do.
It's like $50,000 a month just off of subs. That's not bits. That's not donations. That's not ad revenue. That's not YouTube ad revenue.
true.
That's not fucking any partnerships that they have.
true.
And anybody that has 20,000 subs has partnerships. I guarantee it. They're getting paid by somebody to promote their products. So
Their
like
games
they're
or
getting
something,
50 grand a month just off of subscriptions, bro. That is nuts. And they're actually getting more than that because we're affiliates. We get $250 per sub for level 1 sub, whatever it's called. A tier 1, was it tier 1 sub? Dude, those guys
that's
get
true.
you get more as a
Well,
partner. As a partner, you get more. You get a higher percentage. They probably get $3 or $3.25 or something. They get more than affiliate does. So like they're probably making more than we would make if we right now had 20,000 subs. We'd make like roughly 50 grand a month. So those guys are making like fucking stupid money, bro. Streaming like that's stupid money. Shit, I'd be happy if I could get 1,000 subs a month, just to get like a few extra $1,000 plus ad revenue, plus all like the little shit, just to be okay, that would motivate me. Like, and of course that's something I would have to do myself. So I'm not saying like someone give me 1,000 subs, but like if I could get to that point, I would probably never stop because I would see it as like, okay, this is income.
In time, it'll come out. Yeah.
Like this is paying off for me. Like I can do stuff with this money now. Where when I was streaming every day, like the only 2 paychecks I got from Twitch was like it was $100 and then $125, and I was like, oh, I mean, it's better than nothing. Like all I did was stream for this, but I also have a fucking almost $20,000 PC set up in a fucking room that has a total cost of like probably 15 grand, and like I paid for all this out of pocket so that way I could give myself the streaming area that I need, and I made $250, $225 out of streaming. Like I'm like, okay, well, was it really worth it? Of course, as well as I do, I work from this area as well, and I make actually a shit ton of money. But that being said, is I make enough money on my job that I have to have a reason, right, to invest that much time in something.
Yeah.
Like us doing a podcast once a week, and I have to real quick do some uploads and do some small edits to our VOD doesn't take enough time out of my day where it's like, oh, this is too much of a burden. This takes too much of my time. Me streaming every day and uploading content, doing all that shit, bro, is like basically another part-time job on top of my full-time job, which gives me more than enough money to survive.
Yeah. Honestly, that's what I mean.
So-
Like, I mean, monthly, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, when you
I kind of went on
when
a
you take into
tangent there,
consideration,
but
like, when you take it like the consideration like the yearly salary that would be, you really do realize that
that's what I'm
like
saying. Like it's
you could-
hard for me to
especially-
get away from that.
especially when you're doing stuff like that too, because like if you can do it wherever you want, right? Not if you can do it wherever you
Right
want.
here, I do.
So no, but I'm saying like if you wanted to go move somewhere with like a
Oh,
better
yeah,
cost
yeah.
of living or like a better like that, like I mean that would benefit you greatly too in that sense. Like that's the one thing I guess people also miss the ball on is generating your own income by doing something that you're doing is like so much more beneficial just on that sense. Like, yeah, I don't know.
It does make my life a lot easier. if I wanted to not live in fucking Baltimore city limits in a fucking tremendously overpriced row home, I could go move to like Texas and buy a fucking house that's 4 times bigger for the same price, and have like a literal mansion for the price that this house costs. Like an actual, like, not even joking, a fucking
like
mansion.
legit, like
Like
8-bedroom, 4-door garage.
no, dude.
Like
Dude, I was
16
looking.
I got
I was
12.
I was looking recently because Fitz lives in Austin, and my closest friend Dre, he's moving to San Antonio. He's going to station in San Antonio. So lately, I was looking at like houses, like how much it would cost me to get a custom house built, and I was looking at some like home builders like in the San Antonio area. Bro, I could get a 9-bedroom, 7-bath, 3-car garage, 9,000 square foot house for $100,000 less than this house that I'm in right now.
I believe it.
Dude, do you understand how insane that is, bro? A literal
Yeah,
mansion on property outside of San Antonio, which is still a big city, for literally $100K less than where I live.
That's exactly why I don't want to be here. That's exactly why I don't want to be in Maryland long term, though, because like I've already come to that realization that like Maryland's economy is too expensive for what the people make.
I think we're the Anne Arundel County is the most expensive county in the country, right? To live in?
I doubt that.
It is.
Here there's more.
No. It's the wealthiest.
California
Hold up.
countries?
It's the wealthiest county in the country. Yeah,
I'm aware of that. I was gonna say most expensive. That doesn't sound like.
I think it's Dade County and then one in LA are like the two most expensive.
One in New York are probably both gonna outbeat with expenses.
Yeah, but
just because of, like taxes are higher.
Anne Arundel County is the richest county in the country.
I believe it. I'm not surprised. You look what's
bro, all the high level government people, fucking Annapolis.
Businesses. Annapolis.
The contractor owners. Shit.
Yeah, it's not really surprising. As much as it's not ideal, it's surprising. What's up, Rusted?
It is fucking stupid money in this area. The problem is if you don't have stupid money, you have to live with everyone, the people around you that do have stupid money, which means that my cost of living, and I make a lot of money, but I don't make stupid money. You know what I'm saying? So like I have to live with the people that make stupid money.
Dollars?
Yeah, those dudes are making buku dollars.
Hey, yo,
dude, there's this dude that I'm cool with. That he actually does YouTube. He has like a lot of cool cars and shit. And he has buku money. He has like stupid money. He has a big ass house up in like, I won't say where, but in the area. And dude has like a GTR, like a Shelby GT500, a Fox Body. He has a Ford Raptor. He has like a bunch of like nice ass cars. Dude's like a 29-year-old millionaire and shit. Just does what he. I'm not also gonna say what he does, but he makes like a fucking ton of money. I'm like, bro, like,
probably,
dude. And the crazy part about that is like when I look around the people that I know. Right, like our family, our family, and the people that are close to us. I make basically more, if not even to what every single person, like the highest level people I know, make the same or less than I do. In like our circle of people, our family. But then like I go to like meet other people and they're like, dude, 100 whatever thousand, however 6 figures, dude. He's like, dude, he's like, dude, I made that in fucking like 13 days last month. And I'm like, what?
My name is William, and I make that in 13 hours.
No, like no bullshit, bro. It's like crazy.
I'm the Rolls Royce.
No, his people are, they're not poor, but they're not
his people. What do you mean by that?
His family, his people.
No, I don't know.
His people are like they're not like fucking.
What is it?
They're not like fucking rich. They're like middle class people. Just what he does specifically made him a fucking retarded amount of money.
Oh, him. Okay.
No, him. No, he's not middle class.
Well, it's just like
he's
all
like
those
top
people
1% in the country, probably.
It's all those people that literally create something or develops an idea or something, and then they sell it to a company for a few $1 million, and then they're already better off than the average American. Yeah, that's all it is.
He started a business and make a fuck ton.
It's one of the things that you can do, like truly in capitalism. If you're real, and I get that everyone has their downs about it, but like that's truly one thing. Like if you actually have something, and you're willing to put in the effort, and you figure out how to make it work. And someone will buy it eventually if it works.
Dude, this one dude that I know.
Too many big companies that want to buy stuff like that.
This one dude I know, he started tattooing in his fucking like extra bedroom in Georgia. This is a dude I knew back in Georgia. He started tattooing in his like spare bedroom in his apartment, and now he owns like an R8, a Lamborghini, 3 tattoo shops, and does like national conventions and shit. And bro's like a multi-millionaire, and like all he did was just open up a tiny ass shop and keep growing it and growing it and growing it. And oh, dude, I know another dude that's actually stupid rich too, bro. You know what he does? He sells air fresheners. He started an air freshener company, bro, and he lives out in California, and dude has like fucking the craziest exotic cars you can think of, and like huge ass house outside of LA. And dude literally sells air fresheners.
That's how it works. That's literally how it works. I should say it's how it works, but like honestly, it just not everything's fucking easy.
No.
But
it definitely is. Like, I feel like when you get to that point, like that kind of money, even if like there's so many entrepreneurs, so many people with ideas, and so many people making probably the same or same-ish products, like air fresheners. I feel like a lot of that is luck. Like he made the right shit at the right time, met the right people in the right place, popped off, and got fucking rich off of it. And like low key, like it takes that. Like the dude that I know, what he does very specifically is there's a lot of people that do it, but just happened to be that he got some good customers and some good contracts, and then fucking just started building on that, and then just got fucking rich off of that shit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Because I could go do the same thing that he does right now. I could go start the same type of business, and there's a huge chance that I never be as successful as he is, just purely based off of circumstances. Like that's why I say I do feel like a bit. There's definitely grind. Like you have to grind to get that kind of money, no matter what anyone says. I mean, you could give it given to you, but like if you're an entrepreneur, you have to grind. But even if you grind, you're not guaranteed success. Like there's people that grind out small businesses for fucking decades.
Yeah, but just because you think it's a good idea or a good business doesn't mean it is. Let's be honest. And also, like like the one thing you can't do is like restaurant businesses. Just because you think it's good doesn't mean it's going to succeed, and just because the way you run the business doesn't mean it'll succeed.
Nope. Like
and there's a part if you're the one who can't do it, then you need to find somebody who can, which is like in a sense of like somebody who knows how to run a business, somebody that knows the ins and outs of stuff. Like that's where a lot of people fail, is that they have the idea but they have no idea how to run a business, and that's where they fail.
There's a dude actually that
you can have a multi-million-dollar idea or item or something to sell, but just be the worst businessman that you just get used and abused, or you just can't figure out how to make people want what you have. That's literally all it is. And
no, dude, there's a dude that there's a like I watch a lot of car channels on YouTube. There's this one dude. They go to all these like big ass shows and races. There's this guy that has like a fucking like 3,000 horsepower Viper, and he started off all his shit just off of a lawn care company, like just doing landscaping.
Not like uncommon either though. Like, there's a lot of
and he has like a fucking like almost $1 million fucking Viper, and I'm sure he has way more than that if he has $1 million race car. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like he literally has that much work into his 3,000 horsepower Viper, which is already like a $200,000 car. It may not be like $1 million, but it's probably minimum like $500,000. And that's just his race car that he takes to like meets and shows and shit.
That's his one car.
Yeah, bro. And he literally just is a landscaper, bro. He's a fucking landscaper, bro. He literally just mows people's lawns and puts rocks down. No. I don't mean to take anything away from the guy, but I'm saying like I'm playing into the point that we're making is like it's literally it's probably more about who you are, how you conduct business, how reliable you are, how good you are at what you do, and how well you are at bringing people to do business with you. And anything, dude, landscapers, air fresheners, the guy I know, again, I don't want to say what he does specifically, but they're all things that like literally there's fucking probably thousands and thousands and thousands of people just in our area doing low key. Like you know where we live at, Baltimore alone is over 700,000 people. Then you got PG County, Anne Arundel County, Howard County, DC. Bro, there's millions of people. There's well over 1 million. There's probably close to 2 million in our 30-minute, about maybe an hour vicinity. There's probably close to 2 million people. Bro, I guarantee there's thousands.
There's 6 million in Maryland, and most of it lives in that corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Corner, but yeah, it's got to be at least
more like everybody needs something. Drastic, yes. Everybody needs some product at some point in their life. It's how can you?
There's a lot of things that everybody doesn't need, but you get convinced they need it. Because there's like think about this shit. These cells that literally like fidget spinners. This came to mind just because I literally have one right in front of me. The most useless thing in reality. We literally use it to distract our brains. You can easily use anything else to distract your brain. but yet they literally companies made billions of dollars off of a literal toy that spins in a circle.
You've been seeing me do this the whole stream. This is my fidget spinner.
Exactly.
No bullshit.
I mean,
It's funny that you say that.
one right here that's
Yeah,
moving,
no, but it's funny that you say that because you could use anything in the whole stream. I've been like just playing with this.
Yeah, I noticed that, which is a little sus. but
Car smells
whatever.
like shit. Needed car freshener. No. Yeah, no, but that's the point I was getting
And
to.
that's
Drastic
good.
is
There-
that.
Yeah, there is the stuff that everyone has to have. You have to have people to cut your hair. You have to have people take care of your lawn. No, not don't get me wrong. I should say you have to have people, but somebody will. Whether or not it's you using your time and money to do it, or whether it's you using someone else's time and your money to do it. So yes, obviously, like I could cut my own grass. I could save 40, 50 bucks doing that. But then also, everything that you don't spend money on, you're spending time on. So that's in your point too. Like if you have the money, then what is more valuable to you?
like a
30,
business.
40 minutes of your day, or paying somebody to do something for you so you can spend more time, spend that time wisely. That's very true. Let's make a
Bro,
business.
you know another person that I know that actually has
I
like
want to start a business, but
I don't know that many people that make a tremendous amount more than I do, but the one other one that comes to mind immediately is a truck driver. Well, he was a truck driver, now he owns a trucking business. Bro, stupid money.
Oh, yeah. No.
Stupid
My
money.
buddy's uncle owns one, and I mean they're like millionaires.
Dude, they are fucking rich. They are rich.
If you do it right, and you're good at what you do, and you can get other people that want to be part of what you're doing, that is a huge. It's the same with like haircutting. Because haircutting, most of the people that own like good salons are actually making money because they have the right people that work for them. That are also bringing in good clients, good money, stuff like that.
Yep.
If you have the right people that want to work with you, that know that you'll take care of them, then they'll also take care of you. I mean, that's like any business really, but like in small businesses like that, it's all about knowing that that you're taking care of your employees, and they will bring you what you need.
Yeah.
They will help you get where you want to get because you're helping them get where they want to get.
So we expected to charge off the walls because trucks and trailers ain't cheap. No, yeah, and nobody wants to do it.
That's true.
And nobody wants to fucking do that shit.
That job is a dying career, which is sad because it's one of the biggest ones that we have in our society. Actually,
Bro,
there's a
you know
lot
how
of
much truck drivers can make nowadays? They can easily start off at like 90K,
averaging
100K.
they're making over 100K.
Yeah.
Averages make over 100K.
Yeah, and like you can make good fucking bread off of that.
That's why Dayton was thinking about doing that.
Yep.
Dayton legit was thinking about switching just because he knew he can make six figures just off of fucking
Just driving a fucking truck around, yeah.
And he doesn't mind that because he's that kind of person. Like that's not gonna be
my
a problem. for him.
my thing is going back to what he was saying, right? Everyone needs something. Okay, no matter what it is. So like the people, like the point that I was making of like the construction guy, the fucking car freshener guy, the fucking lawnmower, the fucking truck driver. Everybody needs something. Like you said this. Everyone may not need your product, but everyone does need something. So all you have to do is find a product and find the people that need your product or your services. Once you do that, or skill services, yeah. But once you find that and you make money and you gain a customer, and another thing too is like customer relations, however you want to call it, customer service, but like just a relationship with customers, especially local businesses, is that you need those people to come back if you're going to be successful. I could go start a fucking lawn boy business tomorrow, be dog shit at it. I might get a fucking 500 people in the Baltimore area to let me fucking mow their lawn for $40, for $20, and I might make a fucking couple grand off of it. But if I do a shit job, I'm not going to make any more money off that ever again. Like that was my money.
Even if you're joking, Drastic, like if you really want a career change and
you
would be willing to do something like that, that'd be something. That's something like I think people
should
trade, like anything that requires like somebody to do something that's not like a normal thing tends to pay more nowadays.
Trade skills are
because people are starting to because our like especially our generation and future generations are now told colleges. So a lot of the people that didn't know what the fuck they were doing just went to college just because they were told to, and so the trade community has shrunk a lot more than what it used to be. And I guess truck driving technically is a trade, right? Because you have to have special licensing, you have to have special training to be able to legally drive a truck like that. So
two things. Truck driving school is very short and not expensive. It's like a month, 2 months, and you can get a CDL and immediately get a job, probably 50, 60K starting. A couple years, you're making over 100K easy. So look into that. Second thing I was going to say, what you said is trade schools, yes, there are like people in trades, like mechanics. Bro, you know welders right now make like $60, $70 an hour if you're good at it, like minimum. If you're good, like minimum $60, $70 an hour, bro. Who the fuck? Why? Like, there's so many trade jobs that people are just too lazy to do, or don't want to do, or maybe don't have the time to go to school, or don't make the time. But like, if you really wanted to make money, bro, electricians.
That's also why truck drivers make more though.
HVAC guys.
Because they're being out from home. Yeah, A-trucks make really good money too.
Dude, with
Like,
truck
really.
driving though, you don't drive. It's not like you drive fucking 5 days a week, unless you do local driving, and then it doesn't matter because you're at home every
And
day
that too, a
anyways.
lot of other people I know do. Like my buddy's dad works for UPS, so he only does local driving. So he comes home every night.
Yep, and he
And I
still
mean, he
probably
still
makes
doesn't have
close
more
to
than like
100K.
8-hour days, and he makes over 100K.
Yeah, or
First
you
time
could
I'm
do
doing, like,
the long road travels too, and yeah, but then you're only gone probably like 2 or 3 days for the whole week, and I guarantee you make more money than you make in a month right now, to go for like 2 or 3 days in a week. Like those guys, they make fucking bread. They make bread.
Yeah.
But okay, so besides all that, going back to the business thing is like, I actually, like, a lot of times I've wanted to start businesses, and like I always feel like the main thing for me is, I wouldn't say that I would be scared, but like I would be hesitant to do it on my own because I don't have like business ownership experience, none of that. Like I would be like kind of like a face and customers, and like I can bring ideas and maybe skills, but like past that, like I would definitely need people around me that know how to run a business and like know how to, like, you know, like own and operate a business and licensing and fucking, whatever fucking paperwork you need and storefronts and fucking like all that type of shit, like the legal, like most of the legal side, or like the actual like business professional level side. I don't know how to do that, but I know that I know how to talk to people. I know how to put on and show my pearly whites and get people to talk to me, like shit like that is easy for me. But then it also goes into, again, like we were saying before, you could start a business and be fucking amazing at something but have no idea how to talk to people, or no idea how to get customers, or no idea how to promote your brand, and never make any money. You could be the best welder in the world and never make any fucking money.
Mhm.
For me, it was the
I
pain in
mean,
the ass for getting work for welding out where I'm at. Okay, well, I'm everything locationally is gonna take a what am I trying to say here? Everything matters on location as well. We live in a place, like Brian said, our state is like 6 million people, and I guarantee you well over 2 million of that is in the direct area that we live in, like directly
yeah,
around us,
easily.
probably half if not more. So like where we live at, no matter what you want to do, there's somebody doing it, and there's somebody paying money to do it, because there's so many fucking people here. There's somebody, and again, we have one of the most
There's a lot of small
the most
businesses here.
expensive, the richest county in the country is right here. In the richest country in the world is right here where we live at. So I guarantee you that like there's people that pay money to do anything. Dude, the fucking barbers I know, like the good barbers, they make like $50 per haircut. Dude, and they're doing like 20-30 minute haircuts for 8 hours a day. Bro, they're making like fucking like $1,000 a day cutting hair, bro. They're making fucking stupid money. But I would go down to Georgia, I get my haircut for $20, and those guys maybe have 5, 6, 7 haircuts a day. Yeah, because everybody jumped on board when welders were in demand, and so now so many people are doing welding.
That's just the thing
Again,
too.
it depends on your location.
Where you live too is tough, right? Because like, I could be completely wrong as his, or people might take this the wrong way. But like, obviously, living in the state you live in, there's a lot more trades coming out of certain states than there are other states, right? So like when you go, like I'm pretty confident, especially in certain areas of Texas, you're gonna have a lot more trade-based people growing up there because it's something that their parents did, their grandparents did, and it's that atmosphere. Whereas if you're living in like cities and stuff, most of the time, most of those people aren't going into trades. They're going into college, they're going into straight into technology or something in those sorts of fields, and
Business
growing
and
out of
technology.
that. So
Business
you're
and technology.
competing against a society itself that is already very heavy based into those formatting of knowledge and
Which is
skills and
funny
stuff.
because we're in, I would say, the business technology area of work. I'm obviously in one very specifically. You're kind of in that same area, but we both make good money. We're both fairly successful at a young age, right? And then but then like we're really competing against everybody around us, for the most part, is doing the same fucking thing. But there's so many people and there's so much money here that you can do any. Bro, nurses around here make, you already know how much they make, like over $200,000 a year to be a fucking nurse.
Yeah.
A fucking
Well,
4-year
there's also
degree.
some really high end. There's also some really, really high end hospitals around here.
Yeah.
Let's
Some of
be
the best in
honest.
the country.
Maryland has some of the best. Yeah, I think the one
Johns
John Hopkins
Hopkins
is the best.
It is the best right now.
So I mean, when you have those two, it's obviously even more helpful in that sense.
That's
But,
where the
like,
president
trade
went when he had
schools,
COVID. They took him to Johns Hopkins. That tells you something.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, and they took him to what's it called first? Actually, the one right there outside of DC, the military one.
Yeah, the one on
I can't remember the name of it. I always forget what the name of that shit is. Fuck, my stupid ass camera.
Or whatever. I was getting fuzzy. Feeling fuzzy, bro.
Yeah, dude. I think the biggest thing is just everyone has to grind. You know what I mean? Like if you like people.
And I hate that like people like try to dog on that nowadays. It's so tough. Like people really want to put down the fact that like you can't build your own life. You have to have it given to you, otherwise you're screwed. It's like a really bad mentality that we've started to develop in society.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's true.
No,
I'm just saying that's definitely there are definitely people that push that like ideal onto people is the fact that oh well, you know, you weren't born this way or you weren't born into this or that, so
Dude,
you can't get to that
You
point.
could take
But
our family as a perfect example. Do you know how fucking poor we were? Like, have you ever like sat there and thought about how we grew up? Like, how fucking poor we were? Like, poor. Like, not fucking, not middle class, poor. Like, fucking poor, dude. Like, I ate bread and butter as a meal and was excited about putting fucking a little bit of sugar on it. Bro, fucking poor. And look at us now, at least the boys. Like, Damien's been in the military for a few years. He's, you know, has a career. You're working for the government, have a good career making money. I'm now in IT making a lot of money, other than our sisters. But, like...
The only thing we didn't do right is build up for ourselves yet. But, yeah, I mean, we definitely...
Well, shit,
we
I
knew
feel
what
like
we
I
had to
have
do
done
to
a
get to
pretty
where
good
to get
job.
to. No, I'm saying by, like, actually being self-reliant. That's what I'm saying more. But, yeah.
What do you mean, self-reliant?
Like, building our own company.
Yeah. I'm just talking about success in general, though.
I'm too young. I know, but I know I'm at that point where I'm okay with the fact that I haven't gotten that far. But I know that by the time I hit a certain age, that I want to make sure that I can build my own success.
Yeah,
that's definitely my mentality
and
that I'm trying to
part of doing that is everything you're doing now and the money you're making and the career you have,
learning, building people,
and you have a career. Even if you stayed just where you're at, you went in at 17, right? You did the high school program.
Yeah.
So at 37,
I can easily do this for the rest of my life and never have to worry about money.
Never.
For sure.
Or you could retire at 37 and still do nothing for the rest of your life.
Yeah. No, it's actually for me. I do have to hit like 46 or something like that.
Oh shit! Weird. What the fuck?
Because it's not because it's not military, it's civilian.
Well, so like if I would have stayed in, I literally could have retired at 37 and got my full military paycheck for the rest of my life and never worked again. Of course, I didn't do that, but Damien can retire. I think at 40 or 41. What year did he? Anyways, like I don't
know, like
40 or 40.
No, he's in his like 7th or 8th year already, I think. So
yeah, maybe before 40.
Early 40s.
But he can fucking retire fucking early, and he'll never have to work again unless he wants to. And I'm sure he will. He's gonna want to make money and shit. But like the thing is, like,
it's just one of those perks of having the extra money. Really, that's all that is.
You know what's funny though is I actually had this talk with somebody. They were like, "Oh, it was about me and Damien were talking about somebody that he knows, or I don't remember how it happened, but they were talking about like, oh well, you guys are in the military, and then you got your college paid for by the army, and he's still in the military. Like that doesn't really count. You guys didn't really go out and earn it. Like, excuse me, like, are you serious right now, brother? Like, do you think that I'd make the amount of money I make right now just for no reason? You think I'm not good at what I do? I have to write code for a living, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, get on the computer and start doing my job for me. Since it's just my money's just being handed to me.
Crazy mentalities people have, which is sad. But
they think that being in the military is not like grinding for your shit. But the military is fucking hard as fuck.
They don't. It means that you had it given to you. Yeah. Let's be honest. When people see other people succeeding and they're not because of their own choices, they are happy to put other people down for the sake of making themselves feel better.
Yeah, you make that money, but military pays for your college. Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
Dude, I had to go in the military.
I do have words about too, though. Like I do think that college is overpriced, but at the same time, if you don't go,
it's not my fucking fault.
You don't have to go to college to be successful. We literally just had that conversation.
Yeah. Like if you for one,
just pay other life things you do, no matter how long you want to do that.
For two, there's like a tremendous amount of grants to get your college paid for. It's insane. There's so many ways to get your college paid for, especially if you're trying to do trade school.
People.
Like what we're talking about, like trades.
Companies or like organizations will support trades just for the sake of they get you for 4 or 5 years. Then they know they have an employee for 4 or 5 years that they hopefully can trust has been trained properly because they've been overseeing their schooling. That's not uncommon either. That's very common in trades actually nowadays.
It's just crazy to me that it's just crazy.
Brother.
Huh?
He's talking about PMs, the tournament stuff. They're getting a little wild over here. So
Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah, it is 408.
No, we're good. We're still vibing.
But yeah, I don't know. I honestly, my thing is, I wish success on everybody, bro. I don't wish anybody to not be successful. I don't wish.
I wish I could motivate people to want more out of themselves. That would be like ultimately that would be. I know it's so hard.
I wish I was Jordan Peterson.
No, but Jin, like whatever. Like I don't know if I would want to be him. He's kind of a just character. I wish I was in a
I
position
fuck with Jordan
where
Peterson.
I could. I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm also saying that like I think he gets way too much hate for the fact that he is generally just trying to make
for
better
sure.
of the world. And like that's like I would love to be in a position where I literally could just be something to help other people. Like I would think that'd be fucking awesome. Like people like that generally, even though what they say might hurt you or offend you sometimes because it's not what you want to hear, in reality he's only saying it because he thinks that it's what's best for people. And whether or not you want to take it as advice is your own choice too, though. Because someone tells you something doesn't mean you have to be like, oh well, now that's the written word and I gotta follow through with it.
Jordan Peterson said I should have went to
problem.
college and I should be wearing a suit.
Right.
Meanwhile, I just put on a True Religion t-shirt and sit at my desk for 8 hours and make more than 95% of the population of America. So there's that. You know what I mean? No, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, in reality, that's the truth. Like, top 5% in the U.S., my salary range. So, like, saying that is like, you don't. There is like what you're saying is like there's specific things where people are like, well, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. You need to do this. You need to do it this way, and that's the only way to be successful. Like, don't agree with that. But I do agree that I wish everyone would be successful all the time, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Or at least being able to just kind of sit there and like actually kind of help influence people, I guess, because that's one thing like I would. I don't know. I know that I can't change everyone's life because I'm not in a position of that. I probably never will be because unfortunately, little life itself is just too expensive. That having to take care of myself and my goals is already gonna be a lot. But if I could get to a point where I could help other people, I think that'd be dope. Because that's ultimately like what I would like to do personally.
You could do that. You could just make motivational speeches on TikTok and fucking
that
YouTube.
Gets you far. Actually, it gets you far for sure.
There's
really
people that have made a lot of money off doing that shit.
I guess I'll just do voiceovers with it. Hey Peter, I know you probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. But remember, just do different.
Majestic said he usually does what people tell him.
I believe that actually.
I believe that. Anybody that eats blue slushies.
We're gonna go to that. All right, let's end it there. If you guys want to watch me in the tournament tonight, go ahead and jump in on my stream. I'm gonna start streaming pretty soon, actually, after we get out of this. But appreciate everybody for listening. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you for stirring up some conversation, Dry Stick. You guys have a good weekend. I'm Duck.
I'm Glock. And we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace. You could done.